Hello, Tim Gilbert here. What I'm going to do today is show you a little behind the scenes of where all the magic happens here. As you can see, this is my normal workspace. Kind of crazy. Today I'm going to go over, I have a M Audio Fast Track and I'm going to hook it up to a Mac with Garageband. The reason I'm doing this is I had to learn how to do it for a live streaming show, and I figure why not show you how to do it. I had to learn it all, and just give you a little idea of the madness. I'm gonna probably clean some of this stuff up real quick. And my other computer, wait, hey, who's that good looking guy right there? Oh, that's me. Oh, there's my dog. Just wondering what's going on here. Got a pineapple today and she is not too sure of this thing. She wasn't too excited when I brought her home. She was barking at it. New experiences for my pup and a little learning tutorial for you today. Base into the back of the Fast Track Ultra and the other end into the USB port on the back of my iMac. Okay, we're going to open Garageband. Garageband is an application included with most Macintosh computers, and it's used to make and produce your recordings in a simple and uncomplicated way, which I'm reading for Google, which is pretty much a good description. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go down and click on Garageband. The application opens with a track called Grand Piano, which it starts with that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to delete that. The first thing we want to do is we want to add a new track. So we take our mouse and slide up to track and new track, and you're asked if it's a software instrument or real instrument, and your voice is a real instrument, a guitar, bass, things like that. Those are real instruments. So we want to use a microphone. We're going to use the human voice, so that's a real instrument. Click create. And what's kind of fun, if you look in the lower right here, this kind of threw me for a loop and I had to do some research. You know, you think most things you'd want to have it in stereo, but you don't. That was having this setting to stereo, channels 1 and 2, allowed me to only use 2 microphones, and I wanted to use 3. I wanted to be able to record my voice, David's voice, and have 2 guitars, but I couldn't get past that, and the reason is because they were set 2 channels for 1 voice, and voice is only 1 channel. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is go in the lower right, and you'll see here too, the M-Track Fast Track Ultra has 8 ports available that we can use it simultaneously. So that again shows you, we're going to just use channel 1. So we'll put a mic on 1, and we'll create another track, put it on 2, 3, 4, etc. So this was a key component here that took me a little while to figure out. Even with the manuals, they skip a lot of stuff. So that is one of the key components to do on that. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is hook in the microphone. What I have here is a Sterling audio condenser microphone, normally to record vocals. That's its primary purpose, but a lot of these mics you can use for anything. I have it in this cool little cradle here. This is a shock mount cradle to keep it stable and eliminate extra sound from the microphone rustling around, stuff like that. So it looks kind of cool. And now we're going to basically move on from there. Oh, if you look under where my finger is here, this is an XLR input cable. So there's one that we need to attach to the condenser microphone, and the other one is going to go to the Fast Track M Audio. Okay, so now we're going to take the other end from the microphone condenser mic and plug it into port 1. And if you notice, it went pretty fast. It went pretty fast, but it senses it takes a couple seconds to lock in and get warmed up. So plug that into 1. Now you'll see these push buttons here. Now this can turn on or off the front port. So say you want to manually turn off port 1 so it doesn't record, or 1 and 3, just push those in. And over here are your volume controls for channel 1, 2, 3, 4, the main output. So you've got 4 XLR. Now on the front here there's these 2 hybrid ports. So as you see, these are hybrid ports. They use both the XLR and this type guitar cable. Okay, so you can go either or on the front, the first 2. So they're hybrid ports. Plus you have all the ports in the back, which is this style. Okay, so here's another view. At this point we've got the condenser microphone with an XLR cable plugged into port 1, and then the M Audio Ultra plugged with a USB cable into the back of the Mac. That's your hardware configuration. Now we'll basically just be duplicating this with these other ports here, 2, 3, and 4. We'll just be adding mics. That's what I wanted to do for the live audio streaming show. So I had 2 guitar cables and then 2 microphones, and they can be all used simultaneously, and that's kind of cool. So if you look in the top right here, there's your audio level. I'm gonna slide over here and talk into the condenser microphone, and you'll see the audio levels will go into the mid-green. This is a test. This is a test. Now we can increase that through the M Audio interface through the front panel controls. So this is channel 1 we're on. We can increase or decrease the volume, and also on the main output channel you can increase or decrease the volume of the input signal. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to add another microphone. That's just for demonstration purposes. This is a microphone that we use on our guitar cabinets to mic the guitars, and so just for same as before, it's got the XLR. So you've got an XLR input and output, one from the microphone, and we're going to go into the Fast Track Ultra. And we're going to put it in port 2. And you'll see a little green and red flash once you put that in to show the signals properly recognizing it. And so now we're on step 2. So again, it's the same procedure. We're going to go up to GarageBand. I wish I had this video when I was learning this. I'm going to go up to GarageBand again, up to Track, and slide down to New Track. Again, we're going to choose Real Instrument. We're going to choose Real Instrument. All real instruments, bass, guitars, vocals, those are real instruments. Create. Okay? Now once again, the key thing to remember on this is in the lower right, you need to pick your input or your output. Okay? So we're going to slide down here to the lower right into the input. And see, it defaults to channel 1 and 2 stereo. Now we're going to choose channel 2 mono. Okay? Well, one last reminder, when you're putting these other devices, microphones or guitars or whatever you want to do, once you put a device in there, you need to match the channel number with the input number on GarageBand. That's the key component in this whole lesson. So our next port would be number 3. So when we create a new track in GarageBand, you need to go in. When you create a new track in GarageBand, you need to go over here to input and have it match. That's the key component. It's and on mono. It'll default to these bottom stereo and so forth. So you need to match the port, the input port on the software with the output port on the hardware.